This clip of DJ Python on How Long Gone podcast really upset people on the Berghain community subreddit. They weren't really happy with this clip. DJ Python basically explaining why he's not the biggest fan of Berghain. So you listen to me on my particular pod, on this particular channel, waxing lyrical, sucking off Berghain, right? I'm on my knees, slurping Berghain with two hands, giving Berghain a big sloppy toppy. I'm bouncing on that proverbial Berghain schlong, you know? I'm always out here glazing Berghain. But it's quite refreshing to hear people who don't have the same opinion as me, who look at Berghain a bit differently and think, it's not that good. It's a bit overrated. I quite like hearing that opinion to hear what the other side thinks. So this is DJ Python, who currently has a really good EP out at the moment. Check it out. I've been listening to it a couple of times in the gym. Big up DJ Python. And yeah, he has some very interesting opinion when it comes to Berghain and why he would never play there.
Ashwagandha line and get your head straight. You know, it don't work like that.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
OD on melatonin.
So you would
magnesium.
if you know, dream come true, your ideal situation. What time does the party start? What time does it end? And what time do you play?
It'd be cool if people could actually have fun, like 12 to 2. You know, like just be drunk and high already then.
just get to it a little bit earlier.
That was when I used to party, I'd start doing coke at 9 p.m. Like, I want to get this shit over with.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to be up till the sunrise. But I guess that this is the whole thing, is it has to go like all night. That's like the deal.
Well, I mean, like with like dance music at like attendees, like you'll hear people like, you know, Berghain, like in Berlin.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you ever heard anyone be like, "Oh man, I saw the sickest DJ there. It was amazing." It's always like, "I was at Berghain." No, they only say, "I was at Berghain for like 14 hours, bro."
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. People that go there a lot won't want to hear it, but that's a really good point. I hear more people talking about their endurance and how long that they've partied there than I hear of people commenting on how good the raves are. Like, there's this one particular guy on the Reddit and I think on Telegram. No, more so on a Telegram group. There's a Berlin or Berghain music Telegram group who post these really lengthy reviews of sets and stuff. And there are some people in the group, I feel like, who get annoyed with his posts, you know. And I really appreciate them because he breaks down like everybody who played. Like, he gets there and he will review like 6 DJ sets and shit, which means like he stayed there, like, I don't know, 12 hours or something more. So he's really fucking cool at it. But people don't tend to appreciate his reviews. But if you hear somebody say, "I was there from Saturday to Monday," everyone's fucking upvoting and, you know, waxing lyrical and giving that person props. So I don't know why that changed or how that changed, but I wish there was a lot more impetus or focus on the performances and what people did and how you felt and the tunes that you heard, you know. But I also don't know how many people can really name their favorite song, you know. I don't know. Or they can name a song without using Shazam. So I don't really know if people go to raves just to get fucked up or if they're going to listen to a person play. You know, I'm not really too sure. Or maybe it's a combination of both, but you don't really hear of people reviewing DJ sets or saying not even reviewing, just giving their opinion on if they liked it or not and why they liked it. You know, it's mostly just their endurance, how long they stayed up, how much they did, you know, which is a bit disappointing, but I guess it is what it is.
That's actually true. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, they never say like, "Wow, you know, Jason changed my life." This DJ set at Berghain.
They never are like, "Wow, Peggy Goo did such a beautiful set." They're more like,
"Yeah,
I peed on that guy, I peed on that guy, and I peed on that guy."
Exactly.
I held up the wall at Panorama Bar for 6 hours because I thought it was a person, but otherwise it was pretty fun. I mean, that's a really good point, and you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone mention who has played at Berg. As many stories I've heard about going there, I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's always about marathoning. People love like marathon partying and like staying up and
what are they running from?
Yeah, I mean, have you DJ'd at?
I was running from a lot back in the day when I first went clubbing. I was definitely running from a lot. Nowadays, I definitely enjoy being in there, but for sure, living at home, for sure, I was running away from a lot of things.
Berghain, like during the day, like a 10 a.m. type shit.
I refuse to DJ Berghain, bro.
Oh, I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
Is
like,
it
pre the political stuff?
Wait, what's the political stuff? I don't think I'm familiar.
Because they're German, you know, so they're like kind of Zionist.
Oh, they're bad.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're German, so they're bad. It's hilarious. Oh, I love it.
I'm pretty tapped out, but
you just were like, I ain't doing this.
Yeah, I think there were maybe a little more Israel and a little less Palestine.
Yeah, I think
as well.
something like that, and I think they were like, this is all hearsay, but I think they were like stopping booking like really like vocally pro-Palestinian DJs or something like that.
Really?
So now Berghain is being like all like.
I thought you were gonna say they weren't letting gay people in. I was like, well, that's they're fucked. Then.
As long as they're white, let them in.
Yeah, like I don't know what you're.
Holy shit!
I don't know. There's not a lot of people you can. I mean, you need them.
Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna play Berghain either.
Yeah.
But you were saying no. You were just like, I don't think this is cool. I don't want to do it.
Well, I don't like the door policy thing of like being like he's cool, he's not, she's cool, she's not. Like
Great impression of Sven.
Yeah.
I don't like that. And then also like it's like sonically limiting. Like you're like they're like it sounds like this in here all the time, so play like this. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. Like there's a dictated sound for every space in the club.
Yes, exactly. Which like
because you wanna ride the rainbow. You want to play whatever you want all night. You don't want to be.
Yeah, me and Jason, we like to have fun, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not that serious.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
can't play Santeria in Berghain. They're gonna have an issue.
But that's
with
also
it.
Berghain doesn't feel like a place you go to have fun. Like you're saying, you go there to do fucked up stuff and stay up as late as you can. You know what I mean?
I kind of get what they mean. It doesn't sound like it makes sense, but I kind of get what they mean. What they're basically getting at is similar to the issue that LSDXO had with Berghain, which is probably why he doesn't play it anymore. Remember when LSDXO was like, essentially like pissing people off because he was playing like Britney Spears in the main Berghain room, and everyone was getting annoyed that he was playing like party songs and silly songs and shit, because I guess Berghain is a sacred place where you have to play serious techno and blah blah blah. At the time, I think I sided a lot of people. I think I gave into the mob and the groupthink. But now thinking back at it, I think that he was actually ahead of his time. He was actually speaking sense. It should be fun. It should be a party. Why should it all just be serious, dark, fucking depressing music? Why can't you play Kylie Minogue, George Michael, Pet Shop Boys, Beyonce, Britney Spears, whatever remixes on the dance floor at Berghain? Why not? We all know those records. We've all heard of them. We all grew up listening to the radio, hearing our parents play certain tunes. We know the words of them. So if you play an edit of Whitney Houston and shit, that will go off on the Berghain room, but you can't do it because people will look at you like you're a hack, right? Like you're being cheesy and shit. And then he eventually, I think pissed people off with that sort of thing. I don't know if he stopped playing there, if they stopped booking him, but either way, I haven't seen him since. I think he said that tweet about, Berlin being racist. I forgot what he said. But I think he had a point in terms of it's not a fun, loosey-goosey place in general, Berghain. It's a bit too serious, so you can't really have fun with your sets, especially with the fans and the people that go there. They're very serious. They take their stuff very seriously, which is probably what they're trying to say in terms of it not being fun. But it is fun, but it isn't in terms of some of the music choices. Maybe it can be a little bit rigid in a way.
Like that's kind of...
Or you just go there to get in.
Yeah, and be able to tell your friends you went. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Very good observation too. There is a lot of that too. People just go in there to get in for the story. Not really for the experience itself, which is, is what it is, I guess.
True,
that's a good point.
Which is also something that I'm not into that.
An accolade I'm not looking for.
Do you like to, but is it pretty, I've always wondered this, but like, do you feel like you can take it anywhere you want most nights when you're playing? Like, do you feel like or do you think a promoter's going to come up and be like, hey, bro, like, nah?
No, it's more like the crowds, bro. Like
yeah.
Some crowds take dance music so seriously, like I don't know, so you can't really like have that much fun with it.
I try not to associate with people like that, but I'm sure they exist.
Yeah, they exist.
Yeah, a lot of people are not into whimsy on the dance
floor. Which is ridiculous. It's like you're literally dancing. Like it's one of the most whimsical things you can do. Like
yeah.
Like why is this?
Well, it's also called a party.
Yeah, it's called a party. Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of people the dark side of EDM where you see them dancing to techno with no smile on their face, and it's sort of like a ultra marathon runner who doesn't want to be running. Like if I don't dance like this, I will kill my family. It's like that kind of energy.
yeah.
Which is not good.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess
that's the new rock boot skanks. The new rock boots skank.
You can't get into like a headspace of like. It's somewhere weird, but like I don't know, man. I just want people to have wholesome fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think you have the best attitude I've ever heard, honestly. And I Jason, I know, has a similar attitude. I'm sure that's why you guys can play together and it's easy and it's fun.
Yeah.
But I just think that, there's a level of seriousness.
I don't even know what genre means.
Genre? I don't know her. I've never met her.
Yeah, I searched it on Google and it says no results found.
I just feel like people do take that shit. As an outsider, I do feel like I've seen people take it so seriously, and I'm like, are you joking? Like,
yeah, no, I think.
But to be fair, people take a lot of things too seriously. Reality TV, White Lotus, like people take everything, menial, irrelevant things too seriously nowadays because there is a real lack of culture. There's a lack of interesting things. So whatever we do have, we hold on to it with our dear lives, which I can understand why.
I think they're serious, dude.
They're definitely. I mean, people take everything too seriously, though. That's one of the problems with our society in general.
I completely agree, dude. I just want people to let loose, be themselves.
We're gonna die.
Make mistakes, make flights, dude. It's fine.
It's totally fine.
It's not the end of the world.
A Delta representative is gonna sort me out.
Yeah, the kindest lady. They're so nice, dude.
Anyway, you get the gist. So big up DJ Python. Some people weren't happy with what he had to say there, but I completely understand him. I think even what he said about Berghain being sonically rigid, I think is a really good description. Because as much as it feels like a freeing place, a lot of people you read interviews, you hear what people say. They always say it's like a dream to play there. There's a really freeing place, which it should be, because essentially everyone's in there, can't really see you anyway, and they're there to get fucked up. So you probably, if there's a place where you should go and let loose and really express yourself, it's over there, because number one, you're going to play longer than 2 hours, and the customer base, the clientele, are open to hearing something weird, right? They're really open-minded, so you can really test. You can really push things and kind of think outside the box and not be conventional and stuff. But there's no denying that there is a particular sound, associated with that club. And you know it. You're conscious of it before you step into it as a punter. I'm sure you're conscious of it before you step into it as a DJ. So maybe that also plays into a lot of the selections people play. So even though people should be more free and should be more creative and should take more chances, they probably end up being way more conservative and samey, because you have an intrinsic idea of what to expect when you go in there, because you probably partied in there before, you're aware of the vibe, you've heard all the stories, you've read all the books about it. So you end up just by, default and not being aware of it, picking the same tunes everyone else was picking. It's kind of similar to like fashion designers, where one season, all these different fashion designers from different fashion houses end up, choosing the same color. Electric blue is suddenly in because they all kind of are plugged into the zeitgeist and are kind of feeling what's kind of going on out there. So I can definitely understand that being a thing. But interesting comments regardless. Like I said, for all the positive comments and fanfare, mostly from me and others that exist out of Berghain, it's nice to hear somebody have a different opinion. So big up DJ Python, big up DJ Python.